Over the next half an hour, we will be discussing the latest developments coming in from Kerala, where multiple low-intensity IED blasts have killed one and injured several others till now in Kalamassery, Kochi. Let's begin by taking a look at all the details we have received and ascertained so far. We'll also be taking questions from our guests and what they think is going on in Kerala at this point in time. Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni, Senior Defence Expert, with us on the show. Mr. B.L. Vora, Internal Security Expert, also joins us on the program. Mr. L.N. Rao, former DCP, Special Cell, the Terrorist Wing, is also joining us on the program. I'm going to go over to the big screen and try and analyse for you what do we know so far. Well, the probe details that we know so far, the Special Investigation Team is going to be appointed. It's going to be probing what has happened so far. This is what we know. Preliminary investigation shows that there was an IED in a tiffin box which was used for the blast. The NSG BDS team are going to the area, which is Ernakulam. That's the blast site. No information on the group behind the attack. They're yet to ascertain who is behind this coordinated attack. It was a low intensity blast. That's why it could be fitted in a lunchbox. The IEDs, like I said, were low intensity, but they have managed to injure and kill one person. The case is being given to the NIA. Of course, it is a serious matter. No shrapnel has been found in this IED blast so far. It was a timer-based device. Battery and wires were found at the spot. And this is, of course, prima facie evidence which has revealed these details. Explosives were triggered by a timer or through some sort of a remote control is what we know so far. Obviously, this is information which is subject to verification. The blast carried at a time when the gathering was largest and at a point where it was the thickest as well. The IED could have resulted in causing a blast in a flammable object present in the convention center as well. So this is the list of information that we know so far. This is the reason why big flames and blaze are seen in the visuals. Around those plastic chairs, you could see people fending and running for cover. One person called Dominic Martin has surrendered in Thrissur. He's saying that he's responsible, but we cannot verify that at this point in time. He's claimed responsibility. The evidence provided by him is being probed right now, but obviously this is a subject which will need more probing and more investigation as well. High alert has been issued across Kerala and in other parts of the country as well. Yogi Adityanath has also alerted people in the state of UP, and of course Delhi NCR has also been advised to have a cover of security. Mr. Vora, I'm going to come to you, sir. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can. Yes.
Sir, you know, we have tried to give as much as information that is available with us. From whatever I have read out and articulated, what is your initial observation, if we can call it that?
This should have been expected, and I think it's expected. More such things will happen elsewhere also in the country. But why Kerala? I think that is very important, because Kerala is not only an easy target, because a lot of people are there. Also because the government there, they have, as you said, has been dark in the past, and this time also. And it's not worried at all. Kerala has been playing politics. They have been playing with fire. They had intelligence reports. Center did not fail. You know, in the federal structure and according to the Constitution of India, law and order is a part of the state government's responsibility. More such attacks are expected. And here, now of course, fortunately, the NIA has taken over the case, and the suspect, as you said, that fellow who has surrendered, he has of course made a video confession. My hunch is that this is only a ruse. This is only a person who has been set up just to mislead the police. But well, of course, the investigators will get into the bottom of it, because the person surrendering so easily within few hours, I think it's unusual. It has not happened in India, at least so far, to the best of my knowledge, unless I am ignorant. Now, as the elections come, these attacks also, I think that is also another reason. But the most worrying is that all the opposition parties in one voice, they are opposing the government. They are not condemning the attack by Hamas in this matter. Now, this is very worrying if you ask me, because again, see, in our country, unfortunately, politics is much more important than the national security. This is very, very unfortunate, but well, this is what the fact is as of now. Now, coming to the investigation, I think the person has been arrested. Police has done fairly good job so far. NIA will definitely move faster, but the police doesn't have a magic wand. It will take time. It's also good for them and good for the country that not much is revealed. I mean, for the happiness of the people and the media broadly. But it's a very, very serious matter. Alert, of course, has been sounded across from Bombay to Kashmir to Karnataka to all other places. But I think that much more than sound alert, high alert is needed at the moment. We are passing through difficult times, and now many will rejoice there in the Middle East as elsewhere that India has become a target. So I think my appeal, of course, nobody will listen to me, is to all the political parties and all the forces, is that we should be on one page, because we should not allow terrorism in India.
Absolutely.
And getting a community, I think it's very, very dangerous.
Absolutely.
These are my comments.
Right. Let me come back to you. Well, so the probe is also looking into CCTV footage which has been gathered from the spot where a blue Maruti hatchback has come under the police radar after a man was seen disembarking with a bag some 10 minutes before the explosions took place. Mr. Ellen Rao, former DCP Special Cell, with us on the program as well. Mr. Rao, you know, there are multiple questions that come to my mind, but of course, as somebody who's understood the arena and the ecosystem of terrorism, and basis what all I have explained and the few details that we have right now, what do you make of what happened in Kerala? And let's not in fact forget the kind of background that Kerala has been dealing with, and that is a background which is of course pointing towards radicalization.
Yes, Vineet, you have explained about the what has been conspired now and what is the details about this incident. Really a very sad incident, and Vora Saab has explained it, its region and the ramifications as well. So far as the investigation is concerned, that police is taking care of that investigation. All the evidences are being collected, and the guilty persons will be. I think that one of the accused has surrendered himself. I don't know under what circumstances, but certainly this is a case which has to be investigated by NIA, because so many other very good facts are to be known by the investigators, and what is the motive and who are other persons, what is the international ramification or international links are there with that, because some link of Hamas is coming into light in this case, and if it is there, then definitely it's a very a matter of concern for all of us. And no doubt the alert has been sounded. One thing I must convey to you through your viewers through your channel, that where there is a will, there is a way. When the political will is there to curb any such things, then it definitely gives results. You must take the example of Delhi. You must not have heard about any such terrorist activities during the past about 10 years. So that is very important to know that if there is intelligence all over in the state, and because definitely this law and order situation is to be controlled by the state itself as per Constitution of India, and the police, where the police is alert and the continuous presence on the activities of the terrorists is there, then definitely there will be a certain check on the terrorist activities. And if at the police station level, district levels, and all over state, when there is alertness about this, and of course now there is this festival season, and we have witnessed very serious incidents of blast in 2004, and after that also so many on the that is to be seen in that perspective, that the terrorists during the festive season there is a lot of crowd in all over the cities, major cities and the states. Then the high alert of the police is definitely required. and to stop any such incident to reoccur. And of course, I think that the Kerala state is more soft and prone for such type of activities, because I think I must and you also must be aware, and you will also agree that there is some political slackness is seems there in that Kerala, because of some anti-central government activities are going on. And yesterday there was some speech against the activities of Hamas by some persons. That may be some also a reason for that. But of course, that more investigation will reveal that what are the real facts, what are the real cause, what is the real motive, and who was there, and how it can happen, who assisted financially, and everything is to be unearthed by the investigators of the NIA, and I think the NIA investigators are very much expert. They will come out with the truth so as soon as possible, and further activities of such type of may be prevented after the investigation is concluded in this case.
Right. Well, there's a twist in this episode as well. Dominic Martin, the self-purported brains behind the attack, has surrendered at the Kodakra police station in Thrissur. While the evidence he has provided is still being probed and investigated upon, what possible reasons could this man have, who is also a member of the Jehovah's Witness, conduct an attack on members of his own community? Here's ADGP Ajit Kumar talking about Dominic Martin's surrender. Listen in.
One person has surrendered in Kodagara police station, Thrissur rural, in the morning, claiming that he has done it. His name is Dominic Martin, and he claims that he belongs to the same group of Sabha. We are very happy.
So are you doing any psychiatric evaluation or anything like that to verify?
Hardly 3-4 hours. We are only in the preliminary job.
So have you examined the CCTV footages? Have you been able to recover them?
We are looking into all aspects of this case.
General Kulkarni, coming to you, sir. Sir, what do you make of this twist, and how is this in fact odd in more ways than one for you?
Vinny, thank you very much. After the two distinguished police officers who have been dealing with all these cases earlier have spoken so well, I can only say that, Kerala is a soft state. And it is not now. We've had a lot of these people. I've had lots of friends. I used to keep calling them Mallus. My friends I would keep going down to Kerala many times. And you find that it is very, very challenging now in Kerala. If I take my own visits about, say, 25 years back, and the kind of people there and the kind of people now, the polarization is tremendous. That is the first thing. The participation in ISIS, Al-Qaeda, women participating, the influence of those two banned organizations, the internet influence over there. You find, if you take your mind back to the Mopla riots of 1921, started off with that Khilafat movement, which the collapse of the Ottoman Empire there, and you find similar kind of incidents now. I wouldn't say exactly identical, but something related to what happened over there. You have someone who's come as on a virtual, who's a Hamas militant or absolute a terrorist, who's coming on virtual and talking to people, talking against Hinduism, talking against the Christians, talking against the bulldozer kind of thing. So these are all indicators that the government of Kerala should have been very, very sensitive. They know very well there are enough inputs that are coming immediately after the Israel-Hamas incident started. It was very, very clear. The advisories were given in Delhi. Advisories would have been given by from the Home Ministry to everybody that to be on alert for these kind of things. Because unfortunately, again I repeat the word, unfortunately, the world seems to have got divided into the Muslim world and the non-Muslim world, not being able to identify a terrorist from their freedom fighters. So you have India's stand is that we are against terrorism, but we are for the Palestinians. The difference, but the world doesn't seem to be as yet understanding. You see what's happening in the UN Assembly. You see everybody. It's very clear. They seem to be confused or are intentionally not wanting to state very clearly that Hamas is a militant organization. They are terrorists, and therefore the fight is between Israel and terrorism, and we stand for eliminating terrorism and from the world. That doesn't seem to be happening. Now, this appeasement politics in Kerala is another very sad thing. That is why you find a congregation in a convention hall of 2,000 people, such a small episode of a security lapse in a tiffin carrier and improvised explosive device being moved in. A blast takes place, 1 dead, 8, I'm told about 10 odd people are critical, they are into the ICU. I sincerely hope all of them survive. But these kind of things are bound to happen because we know for sure that Kerala is a very, very polarized state. Not now, it's been for a long, long time that these things are happening. And if you're not, and can you imagine a government allowing someone from Hamas addressing the people in Kerala? I don't understand what is the connection. There is no connection, except of course you're wanting to show your, the brotherhood feeling that this is what and we love. That's not the way it is. It's our country. We've got to be very careful. Yes, you can stand for whatever it is, but to be doing such blatant things, you have someone come up. You not only this, a week before, there's a minister from Kerala writing.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, sir. And another important thing to note is that the state's top political leadership was actually in Delhi at the time of this attack, protesting against India's stand on the Israel-Hamas issue in support of Palestine, of course. Ernakulam MLA P. Rajiv, who is also a law minister of Kerala, rushed back to his constituency immediately after hearing the news. Listen in to the latest statements that have come out of the government of Kerala at the moment.
We have constituted a 14-member medical board. So the medical board is monitoring the entire situation. We have 18 injured persons in ICU now. 10 of them are in Medical College, Kalamassery, and the rest 8 at different private hospitals. I have visited the private hospitals and I have visited the patients. So they are all stable. But here in Medical College, we have 2 patients. One is a child who is 12-year-old. She has got 95% burns. And a woman, 53 years old, she has also got 90% burns. So, and we have 6 persons, including both these injured persons. We have 6 people who are critical.
Officers and police inquiring about this incident. All senior officers and other team are available here. One person came to the police and he has admitted that he is doing this, but police is questioning him and taking all evidences. This is not the right time to reach a conclusion. After the inquiry, we have to share with you what is the actual things happening, please.
Right. Mr. Vora, if you're there with us, sir. It's the last question before we, in fact, end this important conversation. Well, for a state like Kerala, do we need to have a special attention at this point in time? You know, if you look at Jammu and Kashmir, which has been ravaged by terrorism for as long as I can remember, do you think Kerala also needs to fall under some sort of a guideline that, acts as a deterrent for terrorist activities to come up?
Vineet, before I answer your question, two, 3 quick points first. See, ex-Hamas chief was allowed to address this rally virtually, as General Kulkarni mentioned about it. Why did the Kerala police not register an FIR? And it, of course, abused Hindus and Christians and everyone. Why were the organizers not arrested for that? Why was the permission given for that rally? So this shows that they are deliberately soft paddling because of political reasons. Now, I also say, even though I'm a policeman, that police fail totally. You don't need orders for everything. And problem also is, unfortunately, in this country that no action is taken against people. Heads never roll. And police in India, as you know, like in various states, just like become private army of the politicians. Whatever they say, the police does that. So I think this is another thing that is there. Now, talking of what you said, like J&K and all, it's not possible constitutionally. As I said, law and order is a state subject. Now, in J&K was declared union territory by the government. And that is how the central intervention is there directly. It's not possible in states. You can have NIA. That's the best you can do. But you can't energize the local police at all. You can't energize the local politicians at all. Another factor is, lakhs of workers and Muslim workers, our brethren there, they are working in the Middle East. There's an economic reason also. for soft paddling there. But there has to be fine balance, like India has done in the case of now Hamas and Israel both. It's criticized the terrorist action by Hamas for crossing over, and also Israel is not doing the right thing by harming the civilians. So I go back to what I said initially. National interest should be uppermost with the police, with all the politicians, irrespective of the color they wear on the sleeves.
So appreciate you joining us. We've run out of time, but the latest bit coming in at this point in time on your screens is that P. Vijayan has reached Kerala. Remember, he was in Delhi to protest against the government reaction, or rather its stance when it comes to the conflict between Hamas and Israel. Those are visuals coming in of the Chief Minister rushing back to Kerala. He's got a lot on his mind. He has a lot to deal with. There is still, in fact, a mystery over what really transpired, although one person has come forth and said that it was his doing, but nothing can be confirmed at this point in time. Those are live visuals that are coming on your screens from Kerala. The Chief Minister, Mr. Vijayan, has reached, and he's obviously going to be working around the clock to figure out what really happened and keeping a close eye on what's going on with the injured as well as the families who've been affected by this terrible, terrible blast.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.